Hello and good morning. My name is Bobby. This is my channel and I do a lot of channeling on the ascension process, how to navigate through the new energies. I work with my team. My team is consistent of the CYANIANS, Pleiadians and Acrturians. CYANIANS come to me. They are straight from they reside next to source energy. They see a lot of perspectives and they come from Pleiades. They're like high-end Pleiadian energies. And they came to me, told me that of this big shift many years ago, and so they are now part of my channeling. Hi, Sky. So today we are doing something brand new. Today we are going to try something I call pick a channel message, because I love having fun with you guys, but I didn't want to carry on the tarot because I felt like that was a niche that I wasn't really getting into. I mean, I love tarot, but my whole game here on YouTube is to channel straight through the divine. And so what I've decided to do, just to integrate the two of them for now, and we'll progress with this, we'll work with it and we'll see what happens out of all of this, is to use my own artwork, and then for you to pick one of my artworks or my cards, and then we might get a crystal, I'm not sure, but I don't want to really fixate on the picture, the image or the crystal. I want it to be open to the energy of the group and for me to channel through the messages for that group. So there's going to be 3 groups that you can choose from. And we'll see what happens with this. I'm not sure how to divide the actual channeling up yet. So I'm just going to, they said just let it flow and it'll all start to take place. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Amy. Hey, Cherie. Hey, Sky. Good to see all of you guys. And thank you so much for giving me all those beautiful messages about my new advert. And I will be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, once everybody's got a little message underneath, a comment underneath, I'm going to choose one of yous out of, I'll just write all your names and throw it in a hat and then pick one. I might even do that live so you guys can see. And then we'll get in contact. I'll get in contact and I'll give you your choice of either one of my books or my fortune dice, and we all post that, or I will post it out. I keep saying we because I'm bringing in my team. So I also want to let you guys know about this image. This image is on the back of all of my artwork. So this is all my artwork. And this image is on the back. So this image actually comes from my youngest daughter when she was about, as soon as she could pick up a stick, she started to draw us this pattern, circle, 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 and this line everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And I said to her, I'm going to make an image of what you've been drawing on the ground. Can you put some colors to it? So she chose the colors that she wanted to go into this. So this is her image from when she was like 2, 3, 4 years old. And funnily enough, I didn't know anything about source energy, the Taurus energy or anything then. But if you look down onto the Taurus energy, this is the down, like looking down onto it. Interesting. So kind of like a wheel of fortune as well, I suppose you could say. Any case, that's where that comes from. And I also have a whole bowl here of crystals that just might make it easier. I'm thinking I will pick one of them just so it makes it easier for you guys to choose yourself. So let's get into this and see how this actually goes. We'll go on this little journey together, right? I'll just shuffle them a little bit, but I'm going to just randomly pick them and let you guys know that I'm randomly picking a card. So this is going to be for group number 1. I'm not showing you yet. I'll just put it down on the ground. Okay, group number 2. And then we'll have group number 3 up the side here. So you can choose from the number, from the card, and from the crystal. So I'll get 3 crystals, put them on there. randomly choose 1, 2, and 3. So here we have, just so that you guys can pick easier, we have group number 1. It's got the amber. I'll show you the image in a minute. It's got the amber with it, and that's group number 1. We'll put that aside over here. Group number 2 is going to be a clear quartz. It's kind of like a cloudy quartz, actually. And group number 2. So that's your picture over there. And then group number 3 has a chameleon. I think it's called chameleon. And that's number 3. So if you guys choose which one, this is live, so you'll have to go through the whole lot if you're in the chat bar. But just choose which one, and I'm going to start with group number 1, and we'll put the other 2 energies aside. And then we will get into group 3 and group 2. And we'll get into this channel message. Oh my God, group number 1. Oh, wow. Okay. So group number 1 got this image here. Now, straight away, wow. This is a light workers group. Just to let you know, because what had happened with this picture, just to give you a bit of a, I know I'm going to channel, so don't worry about it, but I have to explain this picture. What happened was I actually grabbed Pleiades because there was this astrological event. This is many years ago, like over 10 years ago, astrological event where Venus came very, very close to Pleiades. And I drew them together, and I didn't even realize it was happening. But in any case, when I decided to do a stairway to heaven kind of thing, or a stairway joining Venus to Pleiades, and when I did this, I was manipulating the steps with my program, with my Photoshop program, and I didn't even look at what was actually happening outside here. But outside here, this beautiful being appeared. I don't know if you could see him. It's a shame that these are laminated in a way. I might have to do these again without being laminated, and it's kind of got this very mermaidish kind of a tail flicked out over here. So that's your card. And you've got the amber. Okay. So let's get into the channeling for this. I'll hold it up while I'm channeling. So, messages for this week for this group, the Lightworkers group. Now, Lightworkers group, we're grounding. So, I'm really feeling like there's this expansion of energy coming through for those that are feeling like they have been hidden for a long time, or they've hidden themselves or part of themselves for a very long time, and now starting to have cleared enough within themselves to break free, break through, take a challenge, take a risk, and go. The risk doesn't even seem like a risk anymore. It's not so much of a risk anymore because the mind has let go of perceiving other people outside of you as more important than how you think about yourself. And so you've switched something around within you that's going to broaden your whole scope, your whole life, your whole reality. It's the risk that you've been waiting to take. It's the mission that's starting to come into play. It's the start of something brand new, and you've been waiting for this for a long time. You've known it within your heart. You've known it within your soul that this is something that you came here specifically to do, and it's now aligning. And the fear is the reason why it's aligning is literally because your mind has let go. The fear has let go, and so it's easier to step into this naturally. And then that's actually giving you way more support in how you're approaching your life, and the changes that you're making. the fear is subsiding. And so through this week, and they said even, it's not just this week, they're telling me it's hard to put it into time frames like that. They know that, most humans like to have specific timings and all that. But the reason why they want to leave that open is because this is an ongoing event for a little while. Just it's like a integration and getting used to vibration, a new vibration. And there's all these sorts of missions that you have gone on and you have fulfilled. And so, but now you're up in your game, not to do with a mission that's fitting into something that hasn't been working for humanity, but a mission that is now making you the leading example of something brand new, something totally outside the box. The reason why there was a fear blocking it is because society didn't want to expand. So the rest of the world didn't want to go that way, and so you were trying to fit into that box, and that's where the fear comes from. Because fear is just a lack of love of self, in the end. And if we bring it back to ourselves, and they're telling me that the amber was chosen for this team because there's a grounding that's happening, and it's a solidifying into the physical. So we're going from liquid to physical. This is like amber is a liquid that oozes out of the tree. It's the sap, it's the blood of the tree that's oozing out, but then it solidifies into this beautiful amber, and it can actually hold many codes or take on other things as it goes, engulfing them, and then preserving them. So there's something there within your psyche and where you're going that's literally going to preserve some sort of energy within you as you walk this path. It doesn't necessarily mean that there could be a business, even though there might be a business that's coming up for you soon that you're literally going to plunge yourself into without any fear. But it could be that you're just feeling a new vibration or meet within you. And when you walk your path now, when you go meet your family members in your circle that you're in, your friends and everything, you feel so much more confident within who you are and the unusualness of you. And you have no worries now about if someone comes at you and says, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you looking like that? Why are you being that way? You're just like, this is who I am, and I really love who I am, and that's important to me, and that's enough. So this is literally like they're giving me this word bang. It's like like bang. Like it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And this is literally you bringing utopia on earth, heaven to earth, the stairway from your realm, your where you've come from, your reason why Gaia, Earth, Mother Earth wanted you to be here in the first place is to do this work. And so she allowed you to be born here for this actual purpose. So you're working in conjunction with Earth, but you're bringing something completely new to humanity's consciousness through you just being here and existing. And sometimes it's all it's needed, but it's not to say that you might be climbing they're telling me it's not. They're showing me a corporate ladder, but they're just scribbling it out and showing a whole other ladder of light work. And so it's shifting the corporate world into something completely new here that's bringing in new understandings for humanity to go, oh, we can live in a completely different mindset now. We don't have to be following something that we thought had to be so structured and lineal and very limiting. So it's actually exploding others. They keep on giving me the word exploding and seeing this like star burst, like a light burst. And interesting, the last week, that's messages I've been getting, and I've been gonna put a video together for this light burst of light that's got a lot of information in it about the pineal gland and all sorts of other stuff that's coming up. So I really must get a move on and get that video done for you guys. But you're definitely moving towards something new that's going to, it's not that you're breaking down anything anymore, you're just working towards the right goal for yourself. So I love it. And lots of help too, lots of help from your guides that are in this higher love frequency, in this higher love vibration. So yeah, that's what's happening with that one. Okay, I think I'll go into, I'll just check to see if there's anything else. They're showing me these steps, and the steps moving towards the right goal. So don't ever hold on to what you might perceive as a mission. Don't hold on to anything as you move through this, because some of us have multiple missions as we're moving progressively towards our authentic self. And we could change at any given moment to, oh, okay, I fulfilled that enough for me to step into this and uncover another layer of myself. It's like the opposite of the shadow work that's starting. They're like flipping the coin from shadow work and uncovering all of the layers of the onion to get to the heart and the core of self and the authentic self. And then you get to the authentic self, and then you start to build up yourself again from that. But every layer that you're building is like a rose petal that's bringing in more love and more wisdom to the world. So beautiful. So that is for that group. We'll put that over there. And I'll just check to see if there's anything else that's coming through for this group. Some of you might feel like you're not quite there yet, but the reason why it feels a little like you're not quite there yet is literally because you are just finishing up something that is being a bit difficult, because to get to the core of self and that heart of who you are, you've had to gone through unpeeling all of those things that weren't conducive for your authentic self to grow on. And so the transition can be quite daunting or a little bit shaky. Like I feel shaky while I'm doing this reading, and I'm not someone to feel shaky when I'm doing readings. So I'm feeling this kind of nervous excitement, this feeling of apprehensiveness. I feel calm within my mind, but there's this kind of like my body. Be careful of your body as you're going through these transitions too, because we literally need to say to our body, it's okay to come into these new frequencies. You know, your body's needed through this. And so love and listen to your body too as you go through. If it starts to give you an indication of where some tension is, then ask your body, what thought am I thinking that's making that tension happen? Because that's going to help you to realize the thought that's given that muscle too much stress, and that's what's giving you the pain. Just be aware of that. And if you need to do any dietary changes, or you feel to do dietary changes, then do that. Don't control this. Don't control any dietary changes. Don't control anything that if you feel you need to do something that's a little bit, outlandish or fun, or, have a drink or something or whatever, then, don't be hard on yourself through this transition at all. Don't try to prim and proper yourself into perfection. Everything will naturally flow as you go. And so that's where that's going. Now I'm starting to rhyme. I love it. Okay, so that's number one pile, group pile one. Namaskar. Okay, here we go for group number two. I haven't even seen the pictures yet. So group number two had the cloudy crystal, and this is your image, group number two. So, oh wow, okay. And this is actually the Mayan. I took this photograph of the Mayan protector rock there's a lizard rock that is around on the beach, around the Mayan temples over in Mexico somewhere. I've forgotten the actual name of the place. Something started with CH. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And then I drew in this image for my book. And so this is your imagination coming to life. And with the quartz crystal. Okay, group number 2. Wow. I love these high-end people. That's beautiful. So group number 2. There's a lot of love feeling with this. See, straight away, I'm starting to feel a lot calmer, more relaxed, more happy with myself, more at ease and peaceful. And it's sparking the imagination. It's sparking you to create or carve a new path. A lot more calmer. Interesting. It's like before there was all this tension and excitement and nervousness, and it wasn't a bad nervousness, but this pile is very calm, collected, more collected, still wondering. There's like this a feeling of the unknown and territory coming with these new energies that are hitting you at the moment. It's like, well, I'm starting to find my peace, my value, my self-value. I'm starting to find my heart within myself. I'm starting to feel calmer within my mind, love for the world, love for myself. And with this, it's like there's this little doorway that's opening up, and the doorway is opening up to your imagination sparking. And that's a connection. You're learning to connect to your soul again, and all of the information that's pouring through you from your soul alignment, not from your mind alignment, because there's enough space now for your mind that has let go to allow this soul alignment to come in. And that's why that love feeling is happening and the calmness is happening. But with that comes all of your past lives that you've had before this. So these new energies that are pelting you at the moment are bringing you into acceptance of oneself, and the difference and the uniqueness of who you are. It's showing me like one of those, the happy face icon, the smile, simplicity, and walking this plane and walking this earth, like going for a walk and just feeling into the beauty or simplicity. They want you to do that more and more. Go for walks, nature walks. Like if you get involved with something that's feeling a little squiff, it's just a little push for you to say, the universe saying, have you finished with this? Have you finished with hooking your hook into it? So just let it go as soon as you possibly can. And also the asking you to use your imagination. If it is something that's still big that's hanging around you, use your imagination to imagine a different story. And just say, this is the story where I'm going. This is the story where I'm going. And keep doing that until you start to see the rewards of that, or the fruits of the outside world reflecting that. My story is of value. You can't control another person's reaction through the story that you decide to move towards, because they're their own God self. They're their own self creating their own story. But at least you're aligning yourself through that story with those that are going to help you become even more solidified with your soul and understanding your authentic self and knowing who you are, which is going to bring up a lot of missions, a lot of understanding of bigger things, bigger possibilities coming through for you. So this is a very heart-based passion, intention feeling that I'm getting. And the heart-based is to do with also aligning with Mother Earth, with Gaia herself, because That's why they're telling me that's why the heart chakra can be seen as pink or it can be seen as green. And Earth has got that green, especially with humanity's consciousness living on the land. And the green is nurturing. Green is the leaves and all of the nurturing, the food. But for humanity to actually survive here. So there's something to do with you and your heart and your passions and nurturing, self-nurturing yourself, but also going for walks and seeing, feeling into more and more and more stillness within your mind and going, I just want to see where this goes, because you've been trying the mind game, forever, and it's been bringing you back into circles of regurgitating a whole heap of crap, and it keeps on coming back. So it's almost like this letting go of, well, I can't do it anymore. And so I'm going to allow myself to drop my mind and just see into this unknown vortex of where my heart really wants to be. Where does my heart really want to go? So this could mean other people could fall away from you. You could end up having that happen, or you breaking away from businesses and things like that, family members and stuff. But it's not that, because before you've done that and people have fallen away, that you really weren't really whatever. But some people that you thought were meant to be following or going with you on this journey might be falling away, or some sort of business that you thought was going to happen might be falling away, because it's giving you a new opportunity, a fresh start that's more heart-lined, more soul-lined. Where the soul speaks through the heart to us, through passions and desires and feelings and stuff like that. But you've got your mind out of the way enough to actually feel the truth of your authentic self. I'll see if there's anything else that's coming through for this one. Yeah, they're showing me, they're really highlighting this girl. I know who this is, but I didn't want to say her name. Really highlighting this lady here, because there's like she's turning to look, but she's moving off. So that's why they're saying there could be a peeling away of somebody. And I don't like to be too, it's not for everyone that's watching number 2 pile, but there could be somebody out there that's going to have to go through peeling away of somebody. So just take that as a grain of salt in your own, with your own reality and what's happening, and don't force anything. I mean, don't just keep on aligning yourself with who your what your true intention is, and keep moving towards that feeling of connecting to your soul and then saying to yourself, well, what do I really want? Where do I really want my imagination to spark to? What path do I want to go down? And keep aligning with that. And then who falls away, falls away. And it's purely because they were here to bring you to this specific point, and their specific point is going another direction or staying where it is, because it's as far as their soul can evolve. So that's why it's and to give them love for the journey that you've created together up till now, but allow something to move on if need be. I seem to be bringing that up quite a bit, but that's okay. Protection is a big thing too, knowing one's boundaries with this group, finding out where your boundaries are, standing up for yourself, speaking your mind. There's nothing, if you feel it, and then you are allowed to speak it. Don't let somebody else tell you that you're not allowed to speak what you're feeling. This is your feeling, and that's all that's needed from your own perspective of your life moving forward here. So set those boundaries in a strong manner, because when you set a boundary in a strong manner, it allows more doors to open. Because everyone that comes to you knows specifically where those boundaries are. They see them and they won't pass them anymore. And then you'll go, oh, now finally everybody's respecting me. Why? Because you've respected yourself. Yeah. Okay. So that was group number 2. We'll put group number 2 over there. And now we'll have group number 3. It's going to move everything over a little bit because I just don't want those energies to... I'm quite... being an empath, you can feel into everything sometimes. Oh, okay. So group number 3, we have this image here. And this image was done for my one of my books. And it's of this teenage boy that's climbing a tree into a beautiful landscape at the background here, a beautiful space of energy, very heart-based colors here too, but psychic purple as well, and a chameleon. Group number 3. So what I'm feeling from this group is that there has been a long journey that you've gone through, like a long journey of hardships and bringing in on yourself energies over and over of, there's almost like a feeling of guilt that's come in with you. They're bringing me to witches, wizards, warlocks, all that sort of stuff. Just that doesn't mean that's what you were in this group, but it's the energy at the moment. And we do dip and dive in between energies. So just take this as a grain of salt, not necessarily who your soul is, where your soul has come from, but it's just the energy at the moment. So dealing with the feeling of when you going on this long journey and now recognizing the pattern. So there's this pattern that's happened of, oh, every time I have a holiday, I break my arm or I hurt myself or something like that. And then I don't even get to have a holiday. Or every time I feel like I've got an hour, someone goes and rings me up and I never seem to have any time for myself. And there's this pattern, reoccurring pattern that's happening. It's from you holding on to a guilt that's happened in the past that you feel you need to keep being punished for. And so they're asking you to now recognize that pattern of what you've done, of what you've held, of what you've held. To go back even to that first indication of this happening. And if you think it's in a previous life, use your imagination just to create the story, because it's the feeling you want to get to break this up. And the reason for this is so beautiful, because once this, it's almost like the last layer of something that's been peeled away for you to understand a truer value of who you are without holding on to any sort of guilt, remorse, or feeling bad about something. Everybody in this world has done something silly. It's done something that's, they could be a little ashamed for and stuff, but it's in our mind that we hold on to those shameful instances of ourselves that keep us in that loop of bringing that shame back. And then we end up bringing in accidents and problems in this immediate time right now. So we keep on reliving it, even though we can't even remember where it even sparked from sometimes. So this is understanding, this pile is an understanding of, oh my God, I finally get it. I can let this go right here, right now, in this moment. When I align myself to myself in this moment, I am just source energy. I am just love. And so here's my fresh start. In this moment is a fresh start. Every moment is a fresh start. I don't need to hold on to any sort of guilt, any sort of thing that I feel within me that keeps on pushing me into something that's revolving, going around as a not so good thing in my life. So first up with this card in this pile is there's a letting go, a shedding of, or understanding of something that you've been repeating that isn't working for you. And it could be also, they're saying, in a business sort of a manner where you keep on aligning yourself with bosses that aren't very good, or colleagues that aren't very nice to you, or something like that. You keep on aligning yourself with things that aren't very good with you. And they want you to go deeper within yourself and understand that it is coming from your inner core self of something that had happened in a past event that you have held on to for quite some time. Maybe somebody, when you were young, told you were really, you didn't deserve in some manner. We'll go back to there and see yourself as this beautiful, beautiful, innocent, gorgeous child. And then the person that's telling you that is coming from their own lack, and they are feeling really bad about themselves, and they see this shine, this beautiful shine within you, this gorgeous child, and you just keep on reminding them of their own lack that they haven't found within themselves. So they're putting you down. If you see it from that perspective, from a mature perspective, you can let it go a lot easier, and then you can move on and go, okay, here's my fresh start. All of that was just for a journey for me to find myself, and now I'm starting to find myself. I'm moving forward through my life, and I'm going to see where all of the things that I collected, because even though you went on journeys like past lives, or even just this life or past lives that you've held on to guilt, you've also learned a lot on the way. You've learned a lot of different codes, a lot of magic within yourself, a lot of how to manifest stuff, a lot of grounding, materializing things into your reality too. So now, once you release that issue, which could be produced into anger, it could find you angry in certain stages as you go along. Once you release that, there's going to be this whole big expansion, this beautiful reality of, oh my God, now all of the gifts that I've brought up with me on the way are ready to shine. And so you become this magical being, this light being, this beautiful magic, a lot of power, because you've seen that you have, even though you've held all of that tension all that time, the strength that you've had to do that. And when you say, I'm going to let go of that tension, all of a sudden that strength becomes something that's moving towards a grander place. And so there's a lot of power behind you and behind that. So yeah, that's what I'm finding for pile 3. They're showing me an eye for some reason, like an actual person's eye. And there's this like a spark or a glow that's going to be happening within, reignition within your soul alignment. Oh my God, it's like there's a tension that's been held in your self or your psyche or your reality for so long, that when you release it, you are going to feel so euphoric, so enlightened, so light and beautiful. So this is something that these new energies at the moment that are coming from the sun are helping you shed, helping you break through, helping you align yourself. And none of the piles, absolutely none of these piles are any better than any other. We're just in different alignments of ourselves, because the power that we all are going towards is exactly the same. The intention that we're all moving towards is exactly the same. It's just love in itself. And so an authentic you and your journey that you've gone on, and everybody is equal in that manner and that respect. So it doesn't matter what pile you receive or you've gone to. And you could go to all of the piles or just the one, but this is definitely a feeling of understanding the pattern that you've put yourself into. Finally, instead of pointing the finger outside yourself of all that's gone wrong, we're bringing it back to self so that we can heal. We have to accept our part in the journey, our play in the journey, to be able to accept ourselves, to be able to shift it. You can't shift somebody else's journey. That's their journey. So no matter how many times you point your finger outside at somebody else, it's always something that the only thing that you can change is something that is within yourself. Yeah. Let's see what else is coming through. There is a definite magic that's been reigniting for you, and understanding of so much more between heaven, between your body and your spirit, an alignment with your body and your spirit, and or Gaia and etherical beings, or Gaia and something new. But it's very grounded, kind of a magic, and where that can actually go to is up to you guys and the journey that you want to take. So yes, so that is pile number 3. Wow, we did all 3 of them. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody that's been. So I haven't read any of the comments yet because I'm just been doing this reading. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Something totally different. So this is pick a channel message, using my own artwork, and yeah, I love that. It feels good. I hope it feels good for you guys. Yeah. Hey, Bobby, actually caught you live up early. Missed the start. Hey, Dennis, good to see you. Hey, Eliz. Maggie, others have already fallen away, but I continue to hear it from other sources as well. Yeah, it's true. We've definitely all had sheddings of people, but I think that pile 2 has something else coming even more so. But it's not for everybody, remember, on pile 2, even though it was focusing in on that a bit, but it's because something's breaking away for pile 2. It might not actually be a person, it might be a job, might be something else. Anyways, thank you, Sky. I'm so grateful for you guys to be here. Sandy thinks it's fun. Yay! Okay, so we could do this again, right? And it's moving me towards my authentic self even more too. So then at least I have an ascension channeling that happens on, now we're going to do that earlier in the week, on a Tuesday at the moment. And then on a Thursday, it's more in line with just, actual individual readings kind of thing, but you can pick a card because it's live. So I like that. So we're grounding my wisdom into actual practical lives as well, a little bit more. But you know me, I'm way out there with this understanding of who we are, the divine self, and where we can go with this. So I'm pretty excited about that reading. Yay! And I'll just think if there's anything else that needs to come through. So look out for the advert. If you do want to put your name down underneath, or your, a little comment or something, just a little heart, doesn't matter. Then I'll put your name in a hat for you to win one of my books, or my fortune dice of your choice. And yeah, watch out for my advert. I'm going to put it live. Everybody's given me thumbs up with it. I haven't had one bad comment about it. So it's going to be thumbs up. We're going to go with this one. I'm literally feeling like I'm stepping out into the world of, hello, this is who I am. And I love that too. So that's aligning with my heart and my mission as well, of why I'm here. So until next time, guys, I'll say goodbye here. And yeah, I'll see you next week, probably. If not, a video might come out this weekend, depending how fast I get this new video together. Because the new video on the Spark of Life, oh my God, it's got so much information in it. And there's a lot for me to put together. So it's going to be quite a big video, that one. So look out for it anyway. It might be another week or so. Just depends on how much time I get to actually put into it. Thank you guys for everything and for all of your beautiful comments. Okay, bye.